Why the fuck when you keep me smoking? NESTA. Why the fuck would you go do me like that? How the fuck you do me like that? How the fuck you turn your back on a nigga that kept it up round with you?
Why you bad?
Why the fuck you do me like that? Yeah. Why the fuck you do me like that? How could you do that? How the fuck you turn your back on a nigga that kept it up front with you?
Why would you do that?
Why the fuck you gon' hate on a nigga that always show love to you?
Why would I do that?
Why WWYDT niggas, they ain't letting him when I need them too?
Why would you do
Why the
that?
fuck you in deals you did when you know I do what I do?
Why would you do that?
Why you do me like that?
Why would you do that?
Why you do me like that?
Why would you do
How the
that?
fuck you gon' turn on a nigga who carried up front with you?
Why would you do that?
Why the fuck would you do that?
Why would you do that?
Why the fuck would you do that?
Why would you do that?
Why the fuck you gon' try shit on me when you know that I came out of school? Why the fuck would you go try me like I wouldn't need you? All my life I've been misunderstood. Why would you treat me like I was a regular nigga? So they tryna catch up to a nigga boss. I don't do this shit for no raincoat. It gotta make sense to my brain. Why the fuck would you try to throw shade at me knowing I ain't them? Why the fuck niggas that I taught the game to try to play me like I'm one of them? Why the fuck when I cut off a bitch gon' trim on me acting like I ain't him? Why the fuck would I work shit out folks who wasn't with me in the gym? How the fuck you turn your back on a nigga that kept it up front with you? Why the fuck you gon' hate on a nigga that always show love to you? Why would I WWYDT niggas, they ain't letting him when I need them too? Why the fuck you in deals you did when you know I do what I do?
Why would you do that? Why would you do that? Why would you do
Why the
that?
fuck you gon' hate on a nigga that always show love to you?
Why would you do that? Why would you do that? Why would you do that?
Why the fuck would you try to take credit from me? Knowing you could've got whatever from me. Knowing that you left my heart, bro. Why the fuck would you ask me for some money? They didn't value me when I was poor. I was the one they put last. It took me a second to notice before.
They was happy, I'm sad, that shit made me mad. These niggas done got me on my body.
They acting like they cannot recognize